We're going to talk about Shadow Puppet Edu, and the icon of this app you can see in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Notice that it says Puppet Edu, but the name of this app is Shadow Puppets, and we've got the red mark that says Edu, knowing that it's our education version. So let's go ahead and open up the app. When you open it up, you have these examples. I'm going to go ahead and open up this story time example because I want you to see the possibilities of this app. This is an example of a student who has taken pictures of their work, and on this app, when you get it, you're going to have the sample, and the student is reading her work as she's going through each page. So she took a picture of each page, and she's just recording her voice reading the sentences that are on her page. There's also an example in here of a student walking through a little thing that they've made. So this is just the first beginning pieces of an arcade game that they made. And then in a second it's going to change screens. And this is a student taking a picture of their work as they're going through this project, talking you through the project. So let's go ahead and go in to see what it looks like as a student when we're creating something. We click the green button that says Create New. And here we can see it's going to automatically take us to our camera roll. But if you look along the left side of the screen, you can see where we can do a map search and we can find a certain location and go ahead and bring that in as a picture. We can go ahead and look up these famous landmarks that are listed in here, such as the Great Barrier Reef, and it just goes on and on. There's some education searches, the Library of Congress. So earlier I just typed in the letter C. I just typed in a letter and a lot of things already came up. We've got the Met Museum of Art, you've got NASA. You can type in things and it'll keep you within these educational searches. If we go on down, we also have web images. And typically in this EDU version, you're not going to come across any inappropriate images as long as you don't scroll forever to the very last and maximum number of pages that you can get to. So in general, it's going to be very safe for our students. And a really great thing for us to use are these backgrounds. So I'm going to show you what that would look like. I'm going to go ahead and just pick 3 of these. Notice how at the bottom left-hand corner it says that I've got 3 things selected. I'm going to go back to the top and go back to my camera roll. I'm also going to select these 4 pictures I've already done in the Farmyard app. If you notice at the very bottom of our screen, we've got Puppet, which is for Puppet Pals, Sketch, and Pic Collage. These are photos that I've taken inside of those other apps. So if those apps, students can create things within those 3 apps, take their pictures and save their work, and then bring it over here and use it in Shadow Puppets. So I've got 7 things selected. I'm going to go ahead and reorder them first. So I'm going to show you these last. So I'm going to reorder them to the end. You just click and drag. And now I'm ready, so I'm going to click the green next button. So on this screen, this is where I can add some text, and I can go ahead and zoom in and zoom out. I'm going to zoom out for these farmyard scenes. And then here was the little backgrounds that I picked. And on these, you can have students add in their text. So for example, it says hello. I can change the location, the color, the font size. I can change the way it's going to fade in, fade out, or spin. And I click the check mark when I'm ready. So this one's going to say hello. Or I could use this for vocabulary. I could go ahead and on one page give a word. So for example, annoying. I can make that smaller. There we go. It's going to go all the way small and then come back big. So I'm going to find the right size. So on one page I can maybe say my vocabulary word, and then on the next page I could use this text box and define that word. And then on the next page give an example where I could pull in some images and point out where that word is used, or I could put that word in a sentence. So this could be used for vocabulary. But I'm going to go back to what I originally selected. I can just swipe right through here. When you're ready and you've got all these images in place, you push the green start button and it's going to record your voice. So when I push start, on the left hand side I can touch this little button. Any color that I've selected, it's going to follow me on the screen. So in this one I could say, hi, my name is Farmer Heather. Notice my blue arrow button that's over here on this side of the screen. I'm going to click that to go to my next page. So in this example, this was for kindergarten and they were counting their pumpkins in their farm. So then they used the little pointer and they said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 pumpkins. Then they click the next button and they then counted to 5, saying I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carrots. On the next scene, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apples. Or they can select a color and circle them or point them out. Either way that they want to count, as long as they can count and say and show proof to you, I have 10 pumpkins, I have 5 carrots, I have 5 apples. So this is an example that kindergarten can do, and this is considered app smashing when you've already used the app Farmyard to create a scene like this, depending on, this was for November, and they had their pumpkins. In the spring, you can have a nice garden or little baby animals. You can use this for math, and we could then go to a screen like these and actually put in some math numbers if we needed to. Put some 2 plus 5 equals 7. You can put text in here. There's a lot of different things that you can do. So that's an example of our shadow puppets. When we're done with this, we're going to click the green save. And at any time I could have pushed the red recording button and I could have paused my video. So here I can rename this. I'm just going to call it example. So I gave it a name. You can see that I can share it to Seesaw. I can copy the link, I can email it. We can click the more button and see where else it can go. We can send it to Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, we can email the file, or we can open it in one of these apps. So I can send it to the Drive, I can send it to stop motion videos, explain everything. You can see that my MacBook just appeared because I can send it by AirDrop. So you have all these different options depending on what is already on your iPad is the types of things that you can use to save it and share it. So that is all we have for today with Shadow Puppets.